Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist. That is all. Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. I am so clever that sometimes I don't understand a single word of what I am saying. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. If one cannot enjoy reading a book over and over again, there is no use in reading it at all. It is what you read when you don't have to that determines what you will be when you can't help it. The books that the world calls immoral are books that show the world its own shame. The truth is rarely pure and never simple. You can never be overdressed or overeducated. Never love anyone who treats you like you're ordinary. Most people are other people. Their thoughts are someone else's opinions. Their lives a mimicry. Their passions a quotation. You will always be fond of me. I represent to you all the sins you never had the courage to commit. Women are meant to be loved, not to be understood. I don't want to go to heaven. None of my friends are there. Anyone who lives within their means suffers from a lack of imagination. Every saint has a past, and every sinner has a future. I am not young enough to know everything. Experience is merely the name men gave to their mistakes. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. You don't love someone for their looks, or their clothes, or for their fancy car, but because they sing a song only you can hear. The very essence of romance is uncertainty. Everything in the world is about sex, except sex. Sex is about power. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask, and he will tell you the truth. I never travel without my diary. One should always have something sensational to read in the train. With freedom, flowers, books, and the moon, who could not be perfectly happy. Some cause happiness wherever they go, others whenever they go. Nowadays, people know the price of everything and the value of nothing. I don't want to be at the mercy of my emotions. I want to use them, to enjoy them, and to dominate them. I can resist anything except temptation. A cynic is a man who knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. All women become like their mothers. That is their tragedy. No man does, and that is his. The only way to get rid of temptation is to yield to it. Behind every exquisite thing that existed, there was something tragic. There is only one thing in the world worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. It is absurd to divide people into good and bad. People are either charming or tedious. Crying is for plain women. Pretty women go shopping. I have the simplest tastes. I am always satisfied with the best. Selfishness is not living as one wishes to live. It is asking others to live as one wishes to live. There is only one thing in life worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. An optimist will tell you the glass is half full, the pessimist half empty, and the engineer will tell you the glass is twice the size it needs to be. Conformity is the last refuge of the unimaginative. Selfishness is not living your life as you wish to live it. Selfishness is wanting others to live their lives as you wish them to. Religion is like a blind man looking in a black room for a black cat that isn't there and finding it. The answers are all out there. We just need to ask the right questions. A pessimist is somebody who complains about the noise when opportunity knocks. If you cannot write well, you cannot think well. If you cannot think well, others will do your thinking for you. Learn to differentiate between ignorance and stupidity. The public is wonderfully tolerant. It forgives everything except genius. Life is far too important a thing ever to talk seriously about. Morality is simply the attitude we adopt towards people we personally dislike.